What's up, guys? I'm back today with another album review, but this time it's going to be Our Last Night again, and it's going to be the album Let Light Overcome, which is actually the first half of the album that came out earlier this week. Earlier this week, they came out with an album called Overcome the Darkness, and that's the second half of this album, so it's kind of two halves into a full 15-song album. This album's 8 songs long, and the track list is Demons, The Leap, Bury the Hatchet, The Darkness, which is just an interlude, so I'm really not going to talk about that one. Castle in the Sky, Bleed for You, Soul Speak, and Every Time Our Earth Shakes. Alright, so if we go through each one though this time. Demons. So now that this album has been out since March, I have obviously listened to all these songs a bunch of times. So I've kind of interpreted them different ways over the length of however many months, 6 months or so. And Demons at first was probably my favorite song on this album, or at least one of my favorite. But now I'd say it hasn't really grown on me at all. It's kind of like went the other way. I still like it, but it's kind of heading towards one of my least favorite. I'm not saying it's a bad song, it's just I've kind of grown out of this song. But nonetheless, still a really good song. And the reason I don't like this song that much is the opening vocals by Trevor. I think are a little, I don't know how to describe it, but I can tell that they're really produced, the vocals, especially in the beginning half. Because the thing about Trevor is, I think he's a good singer, but he's like one of those singers that has like a lot of grit in his voice, so he needs like heavy guitar and bass and drums behind his voice, or I don't think it sounds amazing. That's just my opinion though. Second song is The Leap, and this is my favorite song on the album. I don't know why. I just really like the guitar, and I love how melodic Matt is during the chorus, and I like the little verse by Trevor going into the second chorus, the screaming part. I just really like that song in general, and it's one of my favorite Our Last Night songs ever, actually. 3, Bury the Hatchet. This is the heaviest song on the album. It's one of my favorite, as well as The Leap. And this song, like I just said, is the heaviest, and I love the vocals by Trevor and Matt. I think they just go back and forth, which just goes so well, and which is why they're so successful at this point in their careers. There's like a breakdown in it, and I really enjoy that as well. The guitar is really heavy in this song, which up to this point hadn't really happened in a long time, since the song Ivory Tower that was released in 2017 by them. So yeah, and then 4, The Darkness, is just an interlude, so not really going to talk about that one. 5, Castle in the Sky, also a really good song. It's kind of middle of the road for me. I don't love it, but I don't hate it as well. It's a good song, but it's not something that I go out of my way to listen to by this band. There's like a little bit of like a bridge / breakdown in it, just not quite as heavy as you're used to hearing from them and from other like metalcore sounding bands. But yeah, it's a fun song. My girlfriend even says that it's a little cringy, some of the lines in it, but I like the song. I like the lyrics. I think Matt and Trevor do a fantastic job writing lyrics for this band, and they did another good job in this song as well. 6, Bleed for You. I'd say this is my least favorite on the album. Not saying it's a bad song. Once again, I do like this song. It has its moments, and I do have my times when I do like to listen to this song a lot. But it kind of reminds me of the song Lost on the newest part of the album. It's just it's more based on the message and kind of like a relationship type vibe than anything. It's not really based on the technicalities. But I think it's still a good song. Trevor's clean vocals actually sound really good in this song. Like I said previously, I wasn't loving them in Demons. I think they do sound really good in Bleed for You. Alright, so 7 is Soul Speak. And recently, this has been probably my favorite song on this album, but overall, over the past 6-7 months, however long it's been out, wasn't my favorite. But this is probably my second favorite song right now on this album, or third favorite. I'm sorry, you can hear dogs barking, but yeah, Soul Speak's a really good song. It's kind of more poppy than anything. There's a little bit of screaming after the first chorus by Trevor, but other than that, it's pretty poppy with a little bit of drums and guitar kicked in there. I'm not complaining. I do like it, but I can tell that that'll be a criticism by some people that would listen to it. And then 8's Every Time Our Earth Shakes. This song's I've liked a lot for a long time as well, ever since it came out. It's never really grown on me or not grown on me. It's always been I just always kind of liked it, which just means it's a quality song and that it's something I won't grow out of anytime soon, I can see. But yeah, I really like that song as well. It's not heavy, it's not soft, it's kind of that middle in between. It's kind of like just like a alternative rock jam. And at the ending, when Matt's doing the chorus at the end of the song, Trevor kicks in and does like Matt kicks in and does some high notes. Trevor kicks in, they do the back and forth when some are being harmonic in the background. I always love it when they do that. I feel like almost every song that they do that, where Trevor and Matt go back and forth on the last chorus, and they're kind of like the background, like they'll repeat the other one says, but in the background, it just sounds really good in general. So overall, I think I'd give this album probably like an 8 out of 10. I forgot to grade the other one I did the other day, but this one I'd give an 8 out of 10. So yeah, 8 out of 10. And I said my favorite on this album would be The Leap and Bury the Hatchet and Soul Speak, in that order. And then least favorite would just be Bleed For You. I don't really have any other least favorites. I guess you could put The Darkness in there because it's just an interlude, so won't really ever listen to that because there's no point. But yeah, overall, 8 out of 10 album. I jam it almost every day. I'm actually wearing one of the shirts for this album right now. I didn't do it on purpose, actually. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this album and this band in general, I guess. And like I said at the beginning, I'm probably going to go backwards in their discography. So after this, I'll do the album that was released before this, and then after that, do the releases before that, and just go backwards until their first album. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, and have a good day.